Let me tell you how to construct a pickup basketball team that will never lose. Alright, first off, make sure you got an Asian wearing Kobe's on your team. Okay, the shoes are extremely important to his success because two things are guaranteed with an Asian that wears Kobe's. One, he's gonna have the weirdest shot form you've ever seen, and two, he will not miss. Okay, his finishing at the rim is going to be immaculate. He's gonna have a great mid-range shot. He's gonna be a great team player. You have not seen ball like this since Lin Sanity. Kobe has this spiritual connection with the continent of Asia that makes anyone from there get hooping superpowers when they put on his shoes. But here's the thing, you don't want him to be a Kevin Wynn, alright? You don't want an Asian party boy on your pickup basketball team because they usually can't hoop like that. You want a fresh off the boat Asian. I'm talking Ivy Leaguer. I'm talking about a guy who could have played varsity in high school but didn't because his parents wouldn't let him get distracted from his academics. You want a Ray on your team, not a Jason the Ween. That guy's gonna be your team leader. Now, you see that tall, skinny white kid over there? You're gonna wanna pick him up. Even though this guy is 6'3" at 13 years old, he's not gonna utilize his size at all because he's 120 pounds and he watches way too much KD highlights, but it's okay because he's gonna stand in the corner and get you threes every time you pass him the ball. This guy's gonna be automatic in the corner like Kyle Korver. He's gonna take 0 dribbles and get you 10 points. If he looks like a malnourished Cooper Flag, you know you got an automatic shooter. But make sure you don't get a wig on your team, alright? If he looks like Connor, but he tries to talk like Jamal, you know he's gonna be trash. I grew up in the suburbs in Dallas, and for whatever reason, there was a lot of whites out there that acted like they were from the streets of Atlanta, talking like, "Hey, twin." I remember there was this kid growing up that looked like Arnold, but tried to talk like 21 Savage. I'm like, bro, I know your dad makes 400 grand a year. Your mom literally picks you up from school in a Mercedes S-Class. That kid was the worst basketball player I've ever seen, but he would always have all the flyest stuff on. Like, he'd be hooping in $300 shoes and a shooting sleeve. It's like, bro, the price of your outfit does not correlate to your hooping ability. So repeat after me. I want Cooper Flag, not Tyler Hero. I want Con Knuppel, not Chet Holmgren. We do not want to waste a roster spot on a guy that blasts NBA YoungBoy in his gated community. Now, you see that guy shooting around over there wearing running shoes? You're gonna want him on your team. Now, you might be wondering, why would I want someone who's not even wearing the right equipment for basketball on my team? And if you are wondering that, you clearly don't know ball. When this guy is on your team, you do not need to worry about the other team scoring a 3 because you have not seen on-ball defense like this since Gary Payton. Anybody who wears running shoes on a basketball court is likely not a basketball player. He probably plays soccer or does track and he's just here for the vibes, but you're gonna want him on your team because he's gonna be a complete pest on defense because, as we all know, non-hoopers are better than hoopers at defense in pickup basketball. And when I say better at defense, what I actually mean is that this guy is gonna be fouling his assignments literally every possession because anytime the opponent calls a foul, just call him soft and tell him to shoot for it. Eventually, he'll just accept his demise and pass the ball whenever he gets it because he doesn't want to deal with the soccer player slapping his wrists on every single possession. So if I can put this into a diagram, running shoes equals Patrick Beverley. Now, since we're all feminists here, you're going to want a woman on your team, and you got two options. You can pick the chopped one or the fine one. And there's pros and cons to each of these choices. Let's start out with the fine one. Having an attractive female on your team is a great thing because nobody will play defense on her. Nobody wants to be the guy playing lockdown defense on the pretty girl, so most of the time guys will just slack off. But guys are also afraid of getting cooked by a pretty girl on defense, so they don't even try. Because if they do try to play defense on her and she scores on them, they'll never hear the end of it from their friends. I knew a guy who rolled his ankle whenever he was guarding a girl, so it looked like she broke his ankles, and his legacy was ruined. That was it. He had to switch to badminton after that. The thing is, most pretty girls in the gym, they're just not going to be that good at basketball. You're going to want a huge, hulking, Brittany Griner, Audie Crooks type of teammate. If her lineup is fresher than yours, you're gonna want her on your team. If she comes with a strap in the bedroom, you're gonna want her on your team. If her shorts go below her knees, say it with me, you're gonna want her on your team. She's about to have Hakeem Olajuwon post defense with a Dirk fade, and she's gonna talk trash the entire time. That right there is a teammate that you want on your team. The only person who can stop her is the crash out. And that's why you need him on your team as well. The crash out only has one goal on the basketball court, and it's to take things way too seriously in a game of pickup basketball. This guy's gonna be diving at your legs, going for a loose ball. He's gonna be screaming, telling his teammates to get your head in the game. This guy is gonna be the most annoying person on the court because he's gonna be trash, but he's also gonna take all credit for the victories, and he's gonna blame literally everyone else whenever his team loses. God forbid anyone talks trash to this guy because he will fight you. He has nothing to lose. He probably views himself as this Ron Artest, Ben Wallace type enforcer, but he's really just a weird guy who probably has nothing going on with his life, so he takes pickup basketball way too seriously and kind of ruins the vibe for everyone else. But every once in a while, you do need an annoying guy on your team because he's gonna be the only guy to step up on the girl that's cooking your team. Everyone else is going to be afraid of getting cooked by her or accidentally hurting her on defense, so they're going to lay off. But this guy, again, he's got nothing to lose, man. He's going to be up there all in her grill. He might smack her in the face, elbow her, whatever it takes to get the ball. Sometimes you just need a crash out on your team. Now, in terms of the strategy that you use while playing, it's actually pretty simple to win pickup basketball games. First off, abuse the pick and roll. The pick and roll is the greatest basketball play known to man. So many options open whenever you call for a screen. It's great for spacing, you can get a layup, you can dish it out to the white kid standing in the corner. Really, any sort of pick, not just a pick and roll, is elite in pickup basketball. Next up, spam pump fakes. Literally everyone at a pickup basketball gym wants a block on every shot. People love biting on pump fakes, so you gotta exploit it. Especially if you're playing fives in transition, literally pump fake every drive. The guy chasing you is gonna go flying and you'll get an open layup. Another thing about playing pickup basketball, whichever team gets the most rebounds is going to win. It's just a fact of the game. If you can get second chance, third chance points, it's over. Like, for whatever reason, in pickup basketball, everyone wants to be Curry and launch it from 40 feet out, but the strategy is actually very simple to win. Literally drive and kick, screen and kick, get rebounds, and find the open man on the perimeter. If you can build a team that can do all of those things, you're gonna be the 2014 Spurs. On defense, it's literally just weight-based matchmaking. Have your biggest guys stand in the paint because there's no 3-second violation, double the hot scorer, and leave the sorry shooter open. If you can do all of those things, you're literally never gonna lose a game, all right? They call me the Greg Popovich of the rec.